Now, 77% of the women living in the African continent have actually come out to confess that they have used some form of skin bleaching. And that is a conversation that we are going to be having today on Our Views. Of course, with the ladies earlier on, we had a very interesting topic as to whether boys should also be accountable for the consequences they have. And of course, looking at the fact that school-going children, school-going girls may not be able to return to school because they have little babies. Now, ladies, this morning we're going to be talking about skin bleaching, and even before we dive into the conversation, I would like to elaborate and throw more light on what skin bleaching is, because it's just not one term. It entails so many underlying issues that I feel the need to elaborate on so that we are on the same page. So skin bleaching actually refers to the use of products to lighten dark areas of the skin or achieve an overall lighter complexion. Now, these products include bleaching creams, soaps, and peels, as well as professional treatments like chemical peels and laser therapy. So, ladies, let's dive right into the discussion. I'd like to understand, why do darker ladies feel the urge, or probably I'm thinking even lighter ladies would want to have a more even skin tone depending on what you want. Why do we choose to go for skin bleaching and even have these chemical peels and laser therapy? What is the root cause?
Self-care.
What's your
I know, right?
Sarah.
What?
It's true.
Self-care. That is like the top reason for a lot of people. There's some people who undergo it because one, they have probably been bullied for the complexion of their skin, and they feel like if they go lighter, they're going to be acceptable. Others are dealing with a sense of insecurity from that bullying or being told that they're not beautiful. And others, it's self-care. People want to look good.
And they want to feel good about themselves.
And they want to feel good about themselves.
I see where you're coming from. How about you, Sandra?
I'll agree. You know what? Even lighter skinned women of color, we have that problem. Like we are not like you, melanated sisters that you have like an even skin tone.
Yeah.
But we face problems. Like I face a problem. My forehead is always darker than the rest of my face because the sun hits there. So yeah, I'll get like a skin lightening soap to when I wash it so that I get even skin tone. Otherwise, you end up having to put foundation, and here it's okay, but here it looks much lighter because you're dark here, or like the areas on the elbows,
the
you know,
knees.
yeah, and your intimate areas as well. It's good for bikini. It's good. Yeah, you look good in a bikini. So you want to use like papaya. You know, there are those papaya scrubs because it's lightening. You have papaya, you have cucumber. Yeah, that really gives you a fresh skin. So yeah, it's self-care because when you look good, you feel good.
Interesting. So, and let's get into actually how skin bleaching works. And skin bleaching actually reduces the concentration of production of melanin in the skin. And melanin is a pigment produced by cells called melanocytes. The amount of melanin in your skin is mostly determined by genetics. Now, people with dark skin have more melanin. Hormones, sunlight, and certain chemicals also affect melanin production. Now, when you apply a skin bleaching product to the skin, such as hydrochlorine, or it decreases the number of melanocytes in your skin, this can result in lighter skin and a more even appearance to the skin. So that is how actually skin bleaching works, or the different ways you can actually make a lighter tone of your skin or make it even. Ladies, do you think society and media has played a role when it comes to actually advocating and telling women that, you know, dark is not beautiful and light is beautiful?
Absolutely. 100%. I mean, we do what we do because of society.
So would you say that is the reason as well we have the numbers are skyrocketing throughout the roof, including in Uganda and Asia, where actually Asia stands at 77% next to Nigeria, which is at 60% when it comes to brightening of the skin and making it even.
Yes, because in these cultures or these areas, people are told that dark skin is not good and lighter skin is a lot better. You find a lot of ladies in the entertainment industry or just media industry in general feel like because when you have a lighter skin, you're a lot more attractive, you stand out more, and it's just that silly notion that light skin is better. It is really not.
It's not.
It's really not. But yes, it's the propaganda that cosmetic industries and businesses push, where they use lighter skinned models to, you know, advertise their products. It's definitely the society and society that influences pop culture, and here we are talking about skin bleaching now. Yes.
Okay, how about you, Sandra?
I think so, and I think it tracks back to way before social media. You remember when we were growing up, we had Barbie dolls, but they had blonde hair and blue
Yes.
eyes, yeah? But later on, and this as a girl, it teaches you that brown is beautiful and black is not. Even when the pictures in storybooks growing up, you would see that God or angels are white, and then
the
Satan
devil.
is black. So black was always like synonymous with something that is not good, and this I think is has been deeply ingrained in young minds growing up, that they end up thinking their skin is not good looking, their hair is nappy, so it's not good. And I think though we are moving because there has been Barbie dolls that they make these days that are actually melanated with different, like kinky hair,
different
curls,
textured hair,
dreadlocks.
yes.
And this is to teach young girls and young children that you are okay, you're beautiful in your own skin. And we have songs such as
Brown Skin Girl.
Brown Skin Girl that was trending on
Yeah.
TikTok. And there's so many shades on the spectrum, and we should be, we are all melanated
open.
women. We are all black women. We're all melanated women in every shade that we come. And I think that is changing our perception as we go along.
Yeah, and also different cosmetic companies that are now coming out to have more diverse, you know, skin, you know, foundation tones and different textures. I mean, there's Fenty, there's MAC that is doing it now. You know, other companies are now starting to follow suit, because, I mean, when somebody sparks or starts the revolution for women, black women, to start appreciating themselves, everybody follows suit. I mean, who is not going to follow suit after Beyonce sang Brown Skin Girl?
Right?
Well, actually, in relation to Beyonce, Beyonce's father did have an interview in 2015 where he cited, it was actually a radio interview, where he cited and said that he believes that his daughter is more accepted in the entertainment industry because of her light skin, and goes to point out that virtually no black pop stars with darker skin had broken in the past decade. So we actually have a few people in there that do agree that the light skin has got them where they are, and they want to actually be light skin because it's easier to get a job. Probably it's actually also easier to get on with life. However, a number of companies were actually put under scrutiny when they did make ads that were quite controversial. Among them was actually Nivea. However, we do have an ad that was put under the spectrum, and that came in all the way from Thailand. Let's have a look at that.
คุณรู้อะไรมะ กว่าคริสจะมาถึงตรงนี้ได้ การแข่งขันมันสูงมาก จะอยู่ได้นานๆไม่ใช่เรื่องง่าย และถ้าคริสหยุดดูแลตัวเองเมื่อไหร่ ทุกอย่างที่ทุ่มเทมา ความขาวที่ลงทุนไว้ก็หมดไป เด็กใหม่ที่เข้ามาแทนที่ อาจทำให้เรากลายเป็นดาวดับ
แค่ขาวก็ชนะ ใหม่ Snows กลูต้าเข้มข้นที่สุด ผสมเมล็ดกีวี ช่วยให้ไม่กลับมาดำเหมือนกลูต้าทั่วไป
ขาวนิรันดร์คริสมั่นใจ So Secret Snow เรากลายเป็นดาวดับ
แค่ขาวก็ชนะ
For those who don't understand that language, come privately to my inbox and I shall translate. However, the words were actually translating what that actress was saying. And in short, she was actually saying in order to win more and become better in life, she needed to be light-skinned. And that particular ad caused a lot of havoc to the extent that it was actually pulled down. However, I did manage to find a way and get it. So ladies, how can we, instead of advocating for people to, you know, probably if there is a way we can encourage people to be comfortable in their skin, to appreciate what they have and not even go to the extreme. So how can we break this cycle?
One, stop bullying people. You know, be kind and love people for who they are and what they look like, regardless. Stop picking and pointing out people's flaws. You know, people who always, they meet you and then they say, oh, you have so many acne, you know, scars, or many acne, you know, dark spots. I know a cream that is going to help you get rid of those. I think we should all stop as in learn to mind your own business. Okay, stop picking at people and stop commenting on what they do. Stop telling people how they should look like. Allow people to love who they are. And also it's just crazy to think that just because you have lighter skin, your life is going to get, better. Easier. It may get easier if you're lucky, but you see, the universe does not favor anybody. You understand? Because they'll say, oh, because you're lighter. There are light-skinned women who are not yet married. There are light-skinned women who are unemployed. There are light-skinned women who are very broke. There are light-skinned women who are not considered as attractive as other women. So let us just appreciate and love us for the way we are. Skincare is acceptable, but when you go from a whole move 3 different whole shades lighter, then there is something that you need to address, I think.
There could be another underlying
there
issue.
Could be another underlying
And actually,
issue.
according to science, there is no health benefit to skin bleaching. Results aren't guaranteed, and there is evidence that actually skin lightening can result in serious side effects and complications. From a medical standpoint, there is no need to lighten the skin, but if you are considering skin bleaching, it is important that you understand the risks. So ladies, which brings me to the next question. What should someone watching us this morning, if they probably want to, they want to bleach, they want to have chemical peels, what should they probably put into consideration before actually venturing into it?
Consult a cosmetologist. I'm sorry, go on.
Yeah, a cosmetologist. And when you're buying those products in these beauty shops, check for the percentage of hydroquinone. That is the substance that can give you cancer. Actually, don't pick anything that has hydroquinone over 1%, and mercury as well. I remember at some point Uganda National Bureau of Standards had actually suspended the importation of bleaching creams because they had hydroquinone that was so high, and mercury, and this causes cancer. So make sure you look at that at the back, in that fine print at the back of that little bottle. Check, and also opt for better ways to skin lighten. You can use papaya. Yes,
true.
Creams with papaya, cucumber, they clear the skin. Make sure you also look at the back at the percentage of hydroquinone, because sometimes they tell you there's nothing, but when you look in the fine print, so check on that as well. I mean, you can skin lighten if you want. At the end of the day, it's up to you, but at least do it in a safe way. Don't just pick anything and start using on your skin.
Exactly. Yeah. And also wear sunscreen, because you may find that you have hyperpigmentation and blemishes on your skin because of the damage from the sun. If you're light skinned or say fair toned, and you say your outer arms or your back is a lot darker than the other parts of your body, start wearing sunscreen so that it blocks out the sun rays, and your skin will slowly and gradually and safely become
better.
Even.
Well, as we wrap up the conversation, I, for one, what I take home and what I'm saying this morning is that we need to have honest conversations around beauty, and it starts with you. I mean, the media has a role to play. You have a role to play. However, it starts with you and I. Do not be a reason as to why someone feels the need to become lighter. And we have a few people that have actually come out to head a campaign, and this particular lady is called Sandra Nankom. I'm sure many of you know her, and she's an artist, and she felt the sharp sting of ridicule from her dark skin. Actually, growing up, she was baptized a host of names, including Chako, Lianda, Kasigiri, Darkness, all those things they used to call her during her high school. However, she did experience and decided to go ahead and come up with an art exhibition where she was showing different art pieces that promote that black is beauty. And we have so many people around the world who have actually come out to advocate for black being beautiful. At the end of the day, be comfortable in your skin. There is a reason you are made that way. If you must consider such treatment, I suggest that you actually seek guidance on how best to do it. Otherwise, that wraps up the conversation that we had for you this morning on Our Views. Good morning, and don't blink.
Well, thank you for tuning into Sunrise at Sea this morning with the ladies and I. We hope you had a great show this morning. I know it's a little bit gloomy. It's a Monday morning. It's raining. But I hope this gave you just that right jumpstart to your day. Well, that is all we had for you this morning, but don't forget to tune in tomorrow morning, same time, 7 a.m. all the way to 9 a.m. From me and the ladies here from the studio, bye-bye.